Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be packing for a 11-day trip to England. I am going with my parents and I am going to be packing in this medium-sized checked bag and this Beis weekender bag. So let's see how our packing goes. If you're new to my channel, my name is Vanessa. I am 30 years old, currently living in Austin, Texas, and I mostly have been posting about my travels and a few vlogs here and there, but today I thought I would take you guys along with me as I start packing for my trip. We're going to be flying in and out of Glasgow. So we're going to stay in Glasgow for a couple days, drive down into Whitehaven, and then my mom and I will go to the Lake District for a couple days. And then when my dad's done, we'll go back up to Glasgow, hang out for the weekend, fly home. So we've got a couple different types of activities and things that we'll be getting up to and weather to prepare for. So I'm trying to pack as light as possible while giving myself as many options as possible. This green suitcase here is a new bag from Quince. It is their medium-sized check-in. How gorgeous is this green color? But I didn't want to bring a really big suitcase to make sure that we can have plenty of room in the car for all of our luggage. So this is my first time bringing like a smaller checked bag. I have done Europe 2 weeks in a carry-on before. I don't know if I could do that now. I'm getting older and I'm a little more cranky and I need my things. So we're going to try using this medium-sized checked bag and see what we can fit. And then I'm taking the Beis weekender as my personal size bag. I have brought this before. We're going to be doing a weekend trip to the Lake District. So I thought having a duffel that I could just take on the bus with me would make it a lot easier than lugging all of my luggage. Anyway, that's getting way too in the weeds. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I thought I would start and show you guys what I'm bringing in my carry-on and what I like to call my in-flight survival kit. I have a couple little pouches like this that are filled with things that I like to have on hand with me in the airport, on my overnight flight, things like that. So this is probably what I really think the most about when I'm packing, just to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible while I'm traveling. So I've actually had a lot of stuff just shoved in this bag for a while to make sure that I am well prepared for this flight. Okay, so the first one that I have and then I'm going to show you, this is a pack full of kind of like medicine and things like that. Let's get into it. Let's show you what I've got in here. Okay, I've got this microphone, so I'm going to have to try to do this one-handed, but this bag is stuffed full of so many things, but it's anything I could think of that's like, okay, I've got tampons, electrolyte mix, Clorox wipes so I can wipe down my seat and my tray table, Loom deodorant wipes. So, you know, we all feel a little icky and sticky and gross on a plane. So this is more for, you know, just cleaning ourselves up before we can get to our shower. This isn't kind of like no particular order. I'm just pulling things out of this bag to show you what I have. But I got this for our last trip. These are Better blister bandages, and we use these because we walked so much, and just to have blister bandages for your feet, really important. Zit patches, of course. This is a mixture of ibuprofen and Advil, so I'm good to go there. And I have quite a few packs of Miralax because, hey guys, we're 30. You know, it's time to make sure we're taking care of our bodies and that we're operating as usual on the road. So I used these for the first time on my last flight to England. Love them. These are disposable toothbrushes, like you don't need water. And so I like to use these on the plane before I go to sleep and like first thing in the morning. And there's 2 in a pack. So I've got 2 packs in here. So 4, one for the flight there, one for the flight back. But this allows me to be able to brush my teeth and not have to use the gross plain water to brush my teeth. Obviously you could use a water bottle or whatever, but you can just sit in your seat and brush your teeth, which I think is nice because I try to avoid the plane bathroom like the plague. I also have floss in here, these little floss picks. Oh, this is one of my favorite purchases of all time. I have these in like every purse. These are toilet seat covers. I have these in my purses. I have these everywhere. I bring these on road trips if I'm going out, whatever. But obviously when I'm traveling, I'm going to have some of these. This is just so that I never have to worry about sitting on a toilet without a toilet seat cover. I don't know. This makes me really happy to have these. A lot of my girlfriends are like, please stop offering those to me, but life-changing. I also have Band-Aids, tons of different size of Band-Aids. Gas X, because we all know we get super bloated and feel weird on an airplane. And I also have Myadol. So that's about what I have in this little pack here. It just makes me feel better to know that I have those things. Obviously, I know I can get some of these things while I'm over there, but it just makes me happy to know that I am covered no matter what could possibly happen to me. So that is what is in this little tote. And then this is another in-flight survival kit, and let's see what's in it. Starting off strong, we have a portable battery. So it's got all these little plugins that you can use to plug in whatever you like. Got that charged up, ready to go. I also have some gum. This I actually really like. I used this on my last flight. Okay, this is a little fan. and it's just nice to have because it can get really hot on an airplane. And having this, I actually do use this quite a bit, and it's pretty quiet. Not too bad. So, and it's not disruptive to other passengers. But yeah, this came in clutch the last time that I flew. Oh, we've got another speed. So it looks like it has 2 speeds. I got this on Amazon. I like that it just folds down like this. Easy peasy. This is an eye mask so that I can sleep. I've had this one for years and years. I know there's fancier, more expensive ones that you can get, but that one works just fine. I have a couple hair ties, regular ones, and then a silk one. A pen. You always have to have a pen when you're traveling in your bags, okay guys? Under eye patches and face masks. Now, this is in a Ziploc bag because I know in like UK airports they're really strict on toiletry, how many toiletries you can have. So I bring one of these bags to kind of like make sure that I'm not overpacking my liquids, and it just makes it easier to pull out and put through security when you're going through security. And so I already have all my, anything that could be liquid is in here. I also will put my makeup in here, and I've had to really pare down what makeup I'm bringing because I don't want to have to throw any away. So all my like in-flight survival needs to fit in here, and my makeup. Now I showed you the Loom body wipes, but I also got some of their deodorant. I've never used this before, but I'm gonna have one of these in my in the checked bag. But this and the wipes are more just for like surviving, getting through travel days. I just got this for my bathroom. It's a facial cleanser spray for us acne prone girlies. So I got this as a travel size bottle, and I just filled it up with that facial cleanser spray so that I can try to prevent acne as much as possible. This is a sunscreen stick. It's just the smallest bottle of sunscreen that I have. I typically use a different sunscreen, but that'll be in my check bag. This is just so that I can reapply on the go. Chapstick, hand sanitizer. So other than makeup, that's all that's going to be in this little Ziploc baggie. Okay, what's next? I, of course, have compression socks, and I'm bringing 2 pairs, one for the way there, one for the way back. I, of course, will have all of like my chargers and like adapters and stuff like that in my bag. I will have headphones and my phone, but for the most part, that is my in-flight survival kit. This isn't necessarily in-flight survival, but I did want to point it out because I am someone who sleeps with a sound machine, and I can't sleep without it, and I could use my phone, but I found this. It's on Amazon, and it has its own little case here. I think I spent more for the case, but it just helps keep me organized. But this is a tiny sound machine. Look how small that is. Let's see. This is very powerful. I think that is like actually turned down quite a bit. And I think there are like 10 to 12 different sounds that you can choose from. So this has come in clutch on my last several trips. I love to have it with me. I wouldn't call it in-flight survival, but it's definitely very helpful to have while you're traveling. Another thing that I have that's not in-flight survival, but just good to have, is this is a lint roller. And you can just do this, and it's like covered up and not sticky. I have had a travel size lint roller before, but it didn't have a cover, and so it got stuck to everything. This is nice because it has this little cover on it and will allow me to just shove it in my bag and not worry about it sticking to things. I also got a very small umbrella. I've had small umbrellas before, but I like that this one came with a case. And of course, I'm going to England, so I need an umbrella, but I don't want to lug around a big one. I'm bringing, of course, a rain jacket, but it just felt nice to have this and have its own little case. If you can't tell between all my stuff, all my little baggies and stuff, I think if you can organize your things in categories in their own little bags, it just makes such a difference while you're traveling. This bag right here is quite big, and so being able to just like pull out the specific small bag that has the like general category of what I'm looking for is super, super helpful. But yeah, that is pretty much the gist of what's going to be in this bag. I will also have my handbag in here. I'm going to bring a small, like, everyday purse. Okay, guys, really quickly before I get into the clothes that I'm packing, I did want to show you that I just put my makeup in here as well. You can see I've got like I use the Dibs contour stick, and I've even got like the mini one of that so that all of my makeup that's liquid can fit in this bag. I like to just have this in this bag ready to go. I can just slip it out when I go through security, and I'm not holding anybody up. I'm not panicking. Here we go. So little tip, bring your own little Ziploc bag and have your liquids already in there so that you're not stressed out when you're going through security. Okay, let's get into the clothes and shoes. This side of my suitcase is for shoes and like miscellaneous things, and then I have basically one side for clothes. This is my plan. It might be crazy. Let's get into what we got here. This is a pouch with my like winter accessories. So it's going to be in between the 30s and the 50s, probably mostly the 40s and the 50s, but just to be sure, I don't like to be cold. I'm overpacking winter stuff. I've got some gloves here, a beanie, and a nice scarf. Next, I have shoes, and I like to pack my shoes in little baggies so that they don't get dirt all over the rest of my stuff. I am trying to only bring 3 pairs of shoes. So one pair I will be wearing at the airport. The next pair of shoes that I'm bringing, this on waterproof hiking boot. Now, I realize that this isn't the most fashionable shoe, but this is honestly the last time I was in England in October. I wore these almost every day of my trip because they're waterproof. Also because they're for hiking, they're pretty comfortable and they're white. And I think like with a wide leg pant, they're actually pretty cute. So we're going to the Lake District. We might do some hiking. These are a go-to shoe for me. And listen, I am not the girly pop to come to for fashion advice, okay? I have reached an age and an era in my life where I want to look cute, but primarily I want to be comfortable. So the next pair of shoes that I'm bringing are for more like nice dinners and things like that. These are like a leather bootie. I got these when I was in Vegas a couple of years ago from a store called Quadras. I believe it's based in Mexico, and these are like real leather, stunning, gorgeous boots. And I love to wear these with like a wide leg pant for dinner. So I am bringing these. I'm going to show you the third pair of shoes that I'm bringing. They're downstairs. I have another color up here that I can show you. My main shoe that I will be wearing are my back 70s. I have these in like gold downstairs. I love, love, love the pink, and I really wish I could bring them, but gold will go with more things. I found these. They're made in Italy, and they're like nice real leather, even like on the inside of the shoe. They're stunning. They're so comfortable. Imagine this in gold. That'll be like my primary shoe that I'm wearing with everything. Normally I bring more shoes, but I'm trying to be realistic. Okay, so that's the shoes that I'm bringing. And I do have at the bottom of the side of the suitcase a bag for dirty laundry. Okay, so normally I would have this in my carry-on, and this is my toiletries, but I know that the UK security is pretty intense about liquids, and I'm not trying to have to throw away a bunch of my stuff. This bag here is full of all my hair stuff. I know this is a lot, but I've recently just chopped all of my hair off, and you'll even see what I have done today. I don't like it. This is not how I normally style it. I was trying something new, but I've got just, heat protectant, hairspray, and what's honestly taking up the most room in this bag are my rollers. The next thing I have is this for like it's almost like a headband. And then these are for my wrists for when I wash my face. This has been very life-changing for me, so I have to have them even on the road. So I've just got some of those. And then I've got like full-size deodorant, body spray, and this is like my little mustache shaver. Yes, I have a mustache that I have to shave. But anyway, this is kind of like a miscellaneous bag. And then the final pouch that I have in here is Downy Wrinkle Release because clothes get super wrinkly, obviously. This is like one of those silicone loofahs for when you're showering. I love these, and I have a travel size one, and I bring it with me. And then a razor, and then I've just got a bunch of tampons and liners in here just in case. And yeah, that's it. The last thing that will be on this side of the suitcase is I'm bringing one curling iron. That's what's going on this side of my suitcase. Fingers crossed my clothes all fit on this side. So I added a couple more packing cubes for like my socks and under things like that. That's in here. And one thing I haven't shown you guys is that I ordered this suitcase from Quince, and I also ordered packing cubes, a 6-pack of packing cubes. And they're like really nice quality ones. So this cube here, this has all of my pants. I am bringing 2 pairs of these Viore Villa wide leg pants. I've got one pair in the color Java and one in the color black. And these are my favorite pants right now, and I wear them nonstop. My favorite part is that they're, other than being extremely comfortable and very stylish, they pack down so small, and they're pretty wrinkle resistant. Like they'll have wrinkles when I pull them out of the packing cube, but as I wear them, the wrinkles kind of like fall out. So you can see how like small these pack down. So I brought 2 pairs of these right here. And then this is a very similar pair of pants. It is a pair of trousers from Lululemon. I like these. They're a nice wide leg, very, very similar to the Villa wide leg pant, but just a little bit more fitted in the waist. A great, great pant. The next pair of trousers that I'm bringing are these Athleta Pinnacle trousers. These are a bit more dressed up. They have pockets. It looks more like a pair of slacks than the other pair. These 3 pairs are pretty casual looking, but these are just a little bit more dressed up. They have pleating and like pockets on the back and stuff that just make it look just a little bit more dressy. These were like my go-to pants the last time I was in England. They are a little bit water repellent. They're extremely stretchy and they are very lightweight, breathable. And again, they're that material that like you can kind of just bunch them up and it like folds down so small and doesn't really get too wrinkly. So this is an excellent, nicer trouser if you're looking for something that's a little bit more dressed up than these trousers here. So altogether, I have like 4 pairs of trousers that I'm bringing. And then I'm bringing 2 pairs of jeans. One pair is this pair right here that I'm wearing. My mom gave these to me. We got them when we were in Napa a couple of years ago. I don't know what brand they are, but I'm also bringing a pair of Madewell jeans. These are the 90s straight. So I just got these the other day from Nordstrom Rack. They're just like a straight pair of jeans. I wanted a pair of pants that was not super wide legged at the bottom in case it's raining. I think this is a good option to have to not get the bottom of your pants super wet. Okay, so that is my pants. This is a jumpsuit from Spanx. This is a Air Essentials jumpsuit. I love this for when I don't really feel like putting an outfit together, but I still feel pretty chic. But it's like a sweatpant material, so it's very cozy and warm. So if I'm like feeling like not 100%, it's like wearing pajamas out of the house. I really love these. Okay, next we're gonna go in for my tops. Okay, so this is gonna be my tops that are like more long sleeve and a little bit nicer, thicker for like dinners and stuff. This is a Madewell cropped button up. It does reach the waistband of most of my pants, so you're not gonna be seeing any midsection, but it's just a nice little cropped button-up shirt for like a dinner. This is, I want to say, like almost 10 years old, and I probably got this from TJ Maxx, but this is just a little blue turtleneck. Again, it's going to be in like the 40s and the 50s, so I will be getting really cold, so I think something like this during the day or for dinner would be quite nice. This is one of my favorite layering pieces from Athleta. It's got like thumb holes. It's actually like a workout top, but I've worn this to like dinners and it's nice. It's like a really good layering piece that I can put under like a pullover or something if I'm getting really cold. Next, I have a turtleneck from Spanx. This is also in the Air Essentials material. It's just a cute little turtleneck that I think would be nice for dinners. This is just a little layering shirt that I got from Nordstrom Rack the other day. It was like $15. This is a Transcend crop long sleeve shirt from Athleta. Also a great layering piece and just great to wear by itself. It does have like the thumb holes in it, which I really like. I am all about dressing up athleisure and making it look more chic and nice, especially when I travel like to Europe. I'm walking around so much and I'm sweating a lot. So I don't like to like sweat on my really nice clothes if I can avoid it. So I like finding pieces like this that allow me to, if we want to hike up something that's a little bit more strenuous or just running around town, like I'm good to go in this. But it's also like nice and thin and lightweight. I can wear it under a pullover and stay warm. I've got 2 more jumpsuits. This is also from Spanx. It is an Air Essentials jumpsuit. This was the first one that I got, and I got this second one afterwards because I loved this one so much. This one to me it's literally sweatpants material, but this is so chic on. It's so cute. It's got like this white piping down the side. It's got pockets and this mock neck situation going on here. It is so chic and so cute. So this will absolutely be like going to a nice dinner or something like that. My husband got it for me for Valentine's Day last year and I felt very spoiled. My final jumpsuit, I love a jumpsuit because you don't have to think about top and bottoms. You can just throw it on and you're ready to go. This is a jumpsuit from Athleta. I believe it's the Brooklyn wide leg jumpsuit. This might actually be discontinued now. I got it for like $30. It's normally like 140. Super cute. Okay, so that's like my nice tops and jumpsuits. And I will say all of these clothes go really well together. You'll see that I'm not packing outfits per se, but this is like my wardrobe that I've really curated over the last like 2 years. I've been really intentional with everything that I'm buying. So all of these pieces will go together very nicely, and so I don't have to worry too much about like an outfit because they all go together. Okay, now I did have to put my like everyday more simple shirts at the bottom of this Beis weekender bag, which I actually really like having this compartment because the top part, it completely unzips and then you can take this bottom part off. And so I am a little bit nervous that on my flight from Amsterdam to Glasgow, they're gonna tell me this is too big, but I can just unzip it and then this is my personal item and this is my carry-on. This right here is my like everyday basic shirts, and it's going to be a lot of the same shirts over and over again. So I have this shirt right here. It is the signature rib crop tee from Athleta. I have this pretty much any of the darker colors that they have. I'm obsessed with it. This is in the color truffle. I have 2 of the black ones. as you can see. I also have it in this, I think it's like a heathered oat color. I'm not entirely sure, but I have this kind of like cream one. And then I have it, this is in the color Eden. I really like this one. And then I also have it in this Beis Cabernet. Super pretty. I love it. This is an excellent shirt for pairing with trousers, pairing with jeans. And it's just like a nice base layer. It's very flattering on. I think it's a really nice cut. It's made to be athleisure. So it's meant to be like a workhorse of a shirt, if you will. So perfect for getting my 20 to 30,000 steps a day in England. This is a mock neck crop shirt from Aritzia a couple of years ago. I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but it's from Babaton. This is like my go-to favorite shirt ever. It's super stretchy. It's kind of like sweater material. It's just perfect. I wear it all the time. And this is my favorite shirt ever. And I can't get it because they don't sell it anymore. This is from Aerie. I think it's the offline square neck shirt. It has a built-in bra and it is so flattering and so cute. This I got from TJ Maxx or Nordstrom Rack. I can't remember, years and years ago. It's from Tahari and it's just a nice basic shirt, a little bit stretchy, goes great with trousers. And that's all my shirts. And the last bit that I have packed right here, these are the jackets that I'm bringing. This is from Athleta, this Seaside Rib quarter zip, and I will be wearing this a lot. This is in the color Pyrite. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm obsessed with this. I actually just got this jacket from Dick's the other day. It is a Carhartt rain jacket. It also has like Sherpa lining in it though, so it's nice and warm. This is the Rain Defender, loose fit, super cute. And I'm going to England, so I'm going to need a rain jacket. So this is kind of like a thicker, warmer rain jacket. This I got from Nordstrom Rack the other day. It's from that brand Tahari. And it's just a nice little jacket for like when we're going to dinner, or if I just want to like elevate an outfit just a little bit. I just think it's nice and pretty. This is from REI, and this is like a proper, real water repellent rain jacket. It's very thin, packs down very nicely, so I can be covered if it's super, super rainy. Okay, I'm actually going to reposition the camera so that I can show you this gorgeous coat. It is from Karen Millen. It was from a Lydia Millen edit a couple years ago. My husband surprised me with this for Christmas, and it is the most beautiful princess cut Italian wool coat. I don't know if they sell it in this color anymore. Let's move so I can show it to you in all its glory. Okay, so I'm in the corner here because my room is extremely messy, but this is the best we can do. I'm not actually going to pack this in my suitcase because I don't want it to wrinkle. I will be bringing this with me on the airplane. Isn't this just insane? This will be my main coat. It's a very fashion. I feel like I could be wearing pajamas and I put this on over it. I mean, it's ruined because I'm squatting here, but I'll insert some pictures of the last trip we went on and how good it looks. You could put this over pajamas and you look so chic and done up. I'm obsessed. I'm packing like, let me see if I can grab it. I folded down this just like cloth tote bag in the bottom of my Beis carry-on because I want to be able to fold this coat and put it in this bag so that it's not touching the floor, it's not getting stuff all over it, and I can have it with me and wear it most of the time. And then when I'm not wearing it, like if I get hot on the plane, which I will gently fold it and put it in this bag, put in the overhead bin. I was really excited about this little hack here because I was very worried about my coat getting super dirty. I think the last time I brought this with me to England, I literally had a carry-on suitcase just for this coat. Anyway, I've been yapping for what feels like hours, and that is it. That's my packing video, but I hope you found this helpful. I have traveled quite a bit recently, and I feel like I'm always tinkering with how I want to pack and what I want to bring. I feel like as I get older, I continue to bring more things, but that's okay. I hope that you find this helpful for your trip, and comment down below if you have some tips that you think I could use for next time, or let me know what you thought was helpful from this video. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.